Pay nothing until January 17th. Hurry, deal ends Friday, December 30th.
There's some rules you gotta follow. One, we keep our histories to ourselves. Two, we don't tell anyone about your creation. And three, we do what I say when I say it. Clean?
What you say goes.
Took a 9/11, about 107 down a back road as the college football bowl season continues. However, tonight will ring in, or should I say smash in, the new year with All Elite Wrestling, as they'll have AEW Dynamite New Year's Smash from the Mile High City. So thank you for tuning in and watching my live watch long reactions over here on YouTube. As always, I'm your host, Encyclopedia Sports, Cohen Luke 96. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. Scroll down, check out Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Hit the red subscribe button, notification bell next to it. Live right here on YouTube. Hit the thumbs up button. Share hashtag AEW, hashtag AEW Dynamite. It is a New Year's Smash. Chat questions and comments, super chat, super stickers, super likes, super thanks. Always greatly appreciated, as well as Bing Bang will conclude. They give us the video package for AEW Dynamite New Year's Smash coming up live next on Turner. So we'll see what they have in store for us this evening. It'll be the final Dynamite of the year here in 2022. Their third New Year's Smash, as of course 2 years ago, the late great Exalted One, Mr. Brody Lee, unexpectedly passed away due to a non-COVID-19 related lung issue. That was 2 years and 2 days ago, the day after Christmas on the 26th in 2020. They had to reschedule, reshuffle their plans for TV then, but last year they were back in Jacksonville, had the New Year's Smash just prior to New Year's, and now here we are again tonight. So of course, they're continuing to build towards Revolution, but we got a big show next week and the following week. So coming off of a holiday bash, and winter is coming in the past few weeks as well. They're on a high, and they're in the Mile High City in Denver. Then they'll head to Seattle and then LA, but they teased a new Dynamite for the new year next week, and then the big LA show in 2 weeks. But New Year's Smash, as we like to fuse and break the boom, we're smashing in the new year with AEW. And they're back in Denver for the first time since pre-COVID. As just a few weeks prior to that, they had Brian Danielson kick off the show. Yes. Of course, we have Excalibur, Tony Schiavone. Brian going to get a big ovation next week, as he just did tonight. But looks like he'll be in action one-on-one with, or this might be a tag match, with Hazmat Suit, Bryce Remsburg, our official referee. Dasha back as your ring announcer tonight. No Justin Roberts for the time being. Okay. Brian and All Ego Ethan Page, that's right. Yeah. They had as there's Little Bill wearing a AEW hat. Oh God. Yeah. Jesus Christ. No, they had a face-to-face last week, cut a promo back and forth, and now the match tonight. This is all seemingly leading to MJF for the world title in the near future, though. So they're going to start off one-on-one here tonight. Brian and Ethan Page in singles competition. So, yeah, Excalibur, Tony Schiavone, and Taz on commentary as well. In the meantime, here comes Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF, and the crowd going absolutely nuts. The Snake, as Schiavone calls him, he hates him. Got my music, he says. Where the hell is he? Oh, he's up top. He's up in the press box. And he's got a chick by his side. So MJF going to cut a promo, drinking some champagne. He found the only hot chick in all of Colorado. But Ethan Page going to stomp Brian in to begin the match as the bell rings, so we're underway. So distraction, now MJF back on the mic. Best in the world, yeah, what happened? So MJF drinking a champagne, and this match continues. Little Bill with his AEW hat ringside. Asshole chant from the crowd to MJF. I'm sure everyone's on a high right now. But, no, honestly, this is seemingly a number one contender match. You really think about it. Because you go back when MJF won the world title at Full Gear from Moxley, who will also be in action tonight. They'll probably give us the rundown here in a minute. Yeah, we hear from Chris Jericho tonight. He's coming off of a few losses recently. Yeah, there's that tag match with the Blackpool Combat Club's other members, and Dean Ambrose and Cesaro, John Moxley and Claudio Casanova take on Top Flight. Hook's going to be in action, so that should be a squash. Main event going to be the sixth match in the best of 7 series for the AEW World Trios titles. Falls Count Anywhere with Death Triangle and the Elite. The latest music video from the Acclaimed will drop this evening as well. A women's tag match still to come. So that's what they have planned, it looks like. We'll see if they add anything else. We'll also TNT title on the line, Samoa Joe and Wardlow. That goes back to Full Gear as well. Of course, AEW owns Ring of Honor. Joe, your Ring of Honor TV champ. On top of being the TNT champ in AEW, as Brian chops Page into the corner. Now they'll reverse him. Those are some very loud and hard chops, to say the least. No, at one point it seemed like they're going to combine the TV title, just have one TV champion, but they're still trying to push Ring of Honor under their umbrella. Of course, they'll have that under the subscription service with Dynamite and Rampage to continue weekly on TV for AEW. Yes, chants from the crowd. There's Brian and Ethan Page here. Pretty even here to start things off, but all right, so that's what they still have to come. Should be an all right show. A couple weeks ago, Winter is Coming was pretty good. Last week, Holiday Bash, they got by, and now they're heading out west, and they'll be out west for a good 2.5, 3 months, give or take. See if they make any more announcements tonight. But Brian scratching the back of Ethan Page as he is standing on the back of his legs and then stomps him. Yeah. Looked like he was going to put him in some sort of submission, but now he's working the left leg, the left knee and ankle. Feel like I said, going back to Full Gear. MJF defeats John Moxley to become AEW World Champion. Brian there with a stomp to the ankle. Crowd cheering him on. Of course, crowd favorite. As Little Bill Stokely looks on. Big Bill is, of course, the Cass, William Morrissey. So they continue to promote where they're going to be at. So we'll see if they have any new announcements later on tonight or not, which we'll get into all that in a minute. But of course, the Fight Forever video game going to be coming out, sometime soon too. I'm sure it would have been a big holiday gift for Christmas. Hopefully, they're going to have Merry Christmas and we'll have a Happy New Year as well. But they still say coming soon to your favorite console. So we'll see officially when it's going to be coming out. But yeah, commentary was just saying as Brian came out and then Paige came out, and then of course MJF up in his suites as this match began. To make sure everybody had Merry Christmas. Thanks for tuning in tonight and all that jazz. But no, you think about it. MJF with the Firm, Ethan Page really the only one that could "Let's Go Brian" chant from the crowd as well. Come out of that as a top guy. If they play the cards right, get him over, which they're trying to. He's recently been extended, re-signed with the company. But then you have MJF, and when Regal was still in the company before he's gone back to the Fed. Can't appear on TV for all next year, though. We'll see officially what his role is going to be at the start of the new year here. But, MJF attacking Regal after he was the one who helped them win the title. Stokely getting involved here up on the ring apron. Hat gets ripped off, and then Brian gonna suicide dive through the middle rope. Yep. Into the barricade goes Ethan Page. He'll take a split screen commercial probably, I bet. Rolling back in the ring in the meantime. Brian and Little Bill face to face. He backs him down. Ethan Page probably gonna, there's a big boot sending Brian ringside now. And Little Bill puts his hat back on backwards, acting like a you-know-what. But, there's a split-screen commercial, so they'll get us back to the action momentarily. But, no, MJF and the Firm to go at it, Ethan Page in that regard. But, Brian as well now moving forward as a contender for the world title. But then you can't forget about Wardlow. He's going to try to get back the TNT title from Samoa Joe. Yeah, we'll see what they do there, because that's a rematch. I don't know, honestly, why they even took it off him, if they're just going to put it back on him tonight, or if they're going to keep it off him. Joe retains and figure something out, I guess. But no, they've had a few good shows recently. Tonight should be all right, I think. But it's really next week, which a week from now is also Wrestle Kingdom on January the 4th, as it is every year. So yeah, match 6 of the best of 7 trios cup that they're doing is tonight. It'll go 7. That'll be in 2 weeks, though. We'll see what type of match they have. Then tonight's Falls Count Anywhere, but can't do it next week. Kenny Omega is taking on Will Ospreay at Wrestle Kingdom. I'm sure the Young Bucks will be in some capacity on the show, but yeah, they'll have a live Dynamite next week. Actually, a live Rampage next Friday as well from the Pacific Northwest. And yeah, Brian gonna get a big ovation in both those shows, I'd have to think. As they're hitting new cities, finally, they're finally going out west as well. So, I've been to my fair share. Be sure to check out those videos. But yeah, here's the new AEW for the new year video package. Yeah, new year, new Dynamite. AEW Dynamite live next Wednesday, January the 4th. And rather than the, dark, edgy, indie show look that they've had. They're going to put some color to it. Looks like, of course, New Year's Smash still has that, champagne firework look to it. Just, red, white, and blue. So Rampage might, take on the look of, or honestly, just stay the way it is. But, what Dynamite's been, as MJF continues to look on. Hazmat suit with a 3 count, but make that a 2 count, excuse me. They're trying to get back to their feet. Now make it a 3. Of course, they got to get to their feet before 5 and then 10, but they do, and then uppercuts and right hands now back and forth. So here we go. Boo and yay. Brian's your face. Ethan is your heel. And comparison for Ethan Page, he's as big as Karrion Kross is. Okay? He just doesn't have the tattoos. And he's a good wrestler. He's a fan favorite in some regards. And he's good also on the mic. And now it seems like he'll be, getting a little bit of a push here. So we'll see if, full force they do anything with it. Off the top rope. All right, he flips him. Come for a running knee probably. Crowd's hot. Crowd is hot. No, but yeah, they're in Denver tonight. They'll film Rampage afterwards. All right, they're going to go for the kicks. The yes kicks to the chest first off. But then they'll go to Seattle, Portland, and then to LA. As Brian off the ropes, again, another suicide dive. Actually, a drop kick over the bottom rope, and that connects. And now the knee off the barricade, or off the ring apron, but as Brian now gets thrown on the steps, Little Bill moved Page out of the way, and there's a nice big power slam ringside on the floor. That had to hurt. Yeah, they sort of on purpose saved them, which was good. Pushed themselves into the barricade. Brian completely missed. They continue to promote where they're going to be at. There's a whatever type of finish that was. Got a kick out at 2. They normally do it 2 months in advance. Now it's like 3. But yeah, like I said, they're going to be heading out west. They were just in Texas the past couple weeks. They're going back. Other cities though. The Lone Star States is big as it is, the largest state in the continental United States, other than Alaska. So yeah, the team title match still to come. The Trios Cup as well, with the NBA theme. Up next is that tag match though, with the Blackpool Combat Club. There's a nice DDT. Now here's the running knee maybe, or more yes kicks. Kick to the side of the head. Now cover. 1, 2, kick out at 2.5. Now a crossface. He taps, Brian wins. Somebody's getting into the ring. Yeah. No? Looked like somebody was running down. Well, there's Little Bill still ringside, but looked like somebody was running down the ramp or somebody was running through the crowd. But the match continues, and they're giving it time. I mean, the opening contests do normally go 20 minutes to a half hour. Let's go, Brian. I'm not going to be shocked if Ethan Page picks up a cheap win. Little Bill, screws over Brian or tries to help out and then screws over Ethan Page accidentally. But now up top, and we're going old school. But Brian gonna fight out of it with some elbows to the neck and chest area. Yes chance as well. And a power slam off the top rope. Cover, 1, 2, kick out. So pretty good opening contest. We'll see how it sets the scene for, what's to come tonight. So tonight should be all right, but this is just another one of their TV specials they have. This will be the last of the year because it's the last show of the year. We'll have Rampage on tape delay Friday. But then into 2023 and be 4 years, Saturday night into Sunday at midnight since AEW was formed. And some people thought that, hell, they won't even last a day. But who's laughing now? So Brian escapes corner to corner. There's the knee. And then says, no, I'm not done. Now he's going to stomp him in. Yeah, kicks to the face. And another submission. But then Brian says, hold on a minute. And now he gets him in. Yeah, he's out. They ring the bell. So Brian Danielson, your winner, defeats Ethan Page to kick off Dynamite here tonight. The New Year's Smash edition. Up next, so they said, that tag team bout with Claudio and Moxley. MJF, hey, I'm still the champ. I won't be surprised they have that MJF Bryan match in 2 weeks, let alone next week, since they're going to be up in Seattle. And he's from Aberdeen, Washington. So they'll probably put it on that LA show, though. Bryan saying, hey, MJF, get your ass down here. Come on. So that'll do it for that. The main event's the TNT title match with Samoa Joe and Wardlow. So the trios is going to be at 9 o'clock, I have to think, with the tag team match next. There's also a women's tag team match as well. But this is the main event? Did Excalibur just say this is the main event? I thought I heard that right. They obviously have something big planned then. If that's going to be the main event, maybe we'll get some, it's all about the boom to end the year. So video package for Samoa Joe and Wardlow. Wardlow interview now backstage with Renee. Yeah, that's the main event. Samoa Joe and Wardlow for the TNT title tonight in the main event of Dynamite on New Year's Smash. That's a little shocking. All right, so they're spacing it out. Well, Samoa Joe attacking Wardlow with a bat of some sorts. So now he's not going to be able to fight, and now Samoa Joe's probably going to have a mystery partner. So they're going to have Wardlow sell a right leg injury, and they go to break.
I'm Dana White. I'm bringing the newest combat sport to the world stage. Welcome to Power Slap.
There's seriously going to be a power slap league. 16 hopefuls, hosted by Dana White. The winner's probably going to get a chance in MMA, I think, as well. Do you have to drink some water before you slap each other back and forth and try to hold your breath, or you just got to slap each other? Because there's a big difference. But hey, that should be good TV. I mean, we watch professional wrestling as it is. You know, why not want to tune in to watch people actually, slap each other, back and forth. So it'll succeed for a little bit, I would think. Dana White has his name involved in it. So, all right, there's that. No, they obviously have something big planned for the end of the show, I think. Why else would they have Samoa Joe and Wardlow be the main event for the TNT title? Okay? Like, somebody's coming back or somebody's debuting. Who? I mean, that's the obvious question. Like I said, we might be ringing in the new year with, it's all about the boom potentially. I'm trying to think who else they could have go up against Joe, though. That would make sense, to get people talking. Like, oh, did you see this? Did you see that? So yeah, Adam Cole would be the top if he's healthy. If not, I don't know. But they're gonna sell an injury for Wardlow. He gets beat up in an interview backstage. So Samoa Joe will still put his title on the line, but it's probably not going to be against Wardlow. I mean, it still could be. He could be hobbling and, he beats him then on one leg, wins the title back, and then you still have something big happen. Because why, once again, are they having this, as the main event? When you also still have to come tonight, the tag team match that's up next, got a women's tag team match as well. But the this Hangman Adam Page will get checked out by a doctor, and then Renee with a interview. So of course he's been battling some injury, but in a feud with Moxley, I'm sure he'll come out, during this tag team match. But he's frustrated, as he states. But
I mean, assuming that you're going to be pretty interested in the next match coming up with John Moxley.
you have a trios match as well with Death Triangle and the Elite at 3-2. But you could have that as the main event. They've had that match, other than tonight, kick off the show and the main event the past couple weeks. So I guess put it in the middle of the show and work your way around it there, which makes sense, I guess. All right. They obviously have something big planned, I think. What? I don't know. With the end of the show, with the TNT title. Samoa Joe, Wardlow, we'll go from there. So they're going to check on Hangman Adam Page again, look at his eyes, but up next, here comes the wild thing. John Moxley with Claudio Castagnoli, tag team partner. They'll take on Top Flight. And Claudio's Ring of Honor world champ again. And as always, there's a blonde chick in Cleveland, Ohio who hates this fucking song. But, John Moxley, Dasha just doesn't do it justice compared to Justin Roberts, wherever the hell he's at tonight. But they're back in Denver the first time since March of 2020. It was one of their final shows. They're Denver and Salt Lake City, and then COVID hit. So almost 3 years later, they're back. Go to Seattle, Portland, LA, Fresno, I believe. And then they will come back to the Midwest for a couple weeks, being the Bluegrass State. And then in OHIO, as Moxley, his home state, flips off the camera. Now ringside. So his tag match next on Dynamite. This is a TV special. Got a couple good shows next couple weeks, it looks like. they'll probably have at least another 1 or 2 TV specials before Revolution as well. It's going to be out in the Bay Area. So we'll get there when we get there. But, all right, here comes the Martins. Darius and Dante Martin, Top Flight, as they're back fully healthy. For how long? That's another question. Because whether it's Darius, whether it's Dante, they've both battled injuries. It's been a good while since they've been back together. But when they were, first off together, one of them got hurt, the other one was healthy. When the other one came back, the other one got hurt. And they've never truly been, together as a tag team for long. So like I said, that's the big question. How long is it going to last this time? We'll see. But they're a high flying tag team. Some people seem to like them. They're going to lose this match for sure against Moxley and Claudio, no doubt about it. But they'll get the early start here, some takedowns ringside, but they're getting reversed on already. Moxley and Claudio fighting back. But did the bell ring yet? I don't think so. Maybe they don't even have a match. We'll still hear from Jericho. Maybe he comes out. I think Hangman's coming out. Maybe even Dark Order with him by his side, or maybe they just come out by themselves. For all we know, mind games with Moxley, because that's seemingly the feud. Claudio just beat Jericho, so of course Jericho's on a losing streak. Lost to him, lost to his young lookalike a few weeks back as well, and that Action Andretti kid that's last name wise in the wrong business. But Bell does officially ring now, so Chops and Moxley and Claudio in control. So this should be an easy 1, 2, 3 for them in due time. They'll give it time. Should be a good match. They'll fight their way back. Moxley will probably get busted open, be some blood, and we'll go from there. But AEW on New Year's, I remember entering 2020, they had a live Dynamite on New Year's, because New Year's was on a Wednesday that year. Streamed it, from what I can recall. It was a pretty good show. Moxley then, about a month or 2 later, won the world title. COVID hit just right after they're in Denver. Now they're back. Go from Moxley to Omega to Hangman to Punk, back to Mox, but now MJF as your world champ. So lots happened. And like I said, for New Year's Smash at the start, technically their third show. The first one was, and rightfully so because of the death. A little screwed up. Supposed to be this, ended up being this. They went from a 2-week thing to now a 1-week thing. Of course, they did the memorial show for Brody instead, first off, and then, just pushed it back. And then last year also back in Jacksonville. I believe that's when you had Red Dragon and the Undisputed Era come together with, of course, Cole, Fish, and O'Reilly. Cole's hurt, Riley's hurt, Fish ain't even with the company anymore. And now here we are tonight. But yeah, Denver to Seattle to Portland to Fresno to Lexington to Dayton, and then they're back down to Texas, Phoenix, then they go to San Fran, then I believe Sacramento. They'll continue to show everything off. We'll see if we get an announcement 3 months in advance for the end of March. because then they're also going to go to the Great White North again, Kansas City, and then back east. But yeah, still to come tonight. The main event, surprisingly, is still Samoa Joe and Wardlow. They're going to keep an eye on the situation with Wardlow. He's one or the other, not going to fight. It's going to be a mystery opponent, or he's going to fight on one leg, basically, selling the injury. Might win, might still have something happen at the end, but mystery opponent could be something big as well. We'll go from there, but they take a split screen break, so we'll get back to the action momentarily, but a tag team bout with Moxley and Claudio against Top Flight. SmackDown in the WWE, of course, is on Raw this past week. They ran a best of 2022, but got a big tag match, speaking of tag team wrestling, on Friday with Reigns and the honorary Sami Zayn taking on Kevin Owens and the returning John Cena. As we watch these college football bowl games, there's a commercial for SmackDown this week. No day one pay-per-view. Seemingly splitting SmackDown and Raw into that. Then they'll be on the road to the Royal Rumble, and the road to WrestleMania 39. Got Raw 30 in a few short weeks as well. We'll see how everything plays out. Because like I said, for AEW, they'll probably have another one or two TV specials, I would think. Beach Break might have some sort of wrestling bowl around the Super Bowl. But that's neither here nor there. We'll get there when we get there. But then, they'll have Revolution early March. Then go to Double or Nothing Memorial Day weekend. But we're still in 2022, so we're going to live in the moment, and then we'll get to 2023 this weekend, which won't even feel like 2023 until probably another week or two from now anyway. Go from one holiday to the next, don't know what day of the week it is in between, 1 week or the next, and of course we'll have wrestling a good portion of the weeks, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, sometimes on Saturdays and Sundays, so but back to it. And Moxley trying to fight out of a left ankle lock. So they got an update on Wardlow. No news is good news, so no update on Wardlow just yet, they say. He's either going to come out, legs all taped up, going to hobble down, win, or he's going to get attacked again probably, or the attack that he's already attacked by backstage in that interview with Renee to, give us a mystery opponent for Joe potentially. Oh, Wendy, maybe Uncle Alan. No, but Moxley looking to make a tag. And here comes Claudio. Double tag. Nice clothesline. Uppercut in the corner. Corner to corner. Another uppercut. And Claudio just throwing him around the ring. So he's throwing him from corner to corner and uppercut after uppercut after uppercut until off the ropes right there with a drop kick. I don't know how many times. Cover 1, 2. That should have been the finish right there. Kick out at 2.5. So the match going to continue here, but yeah, that was the crowd wants him to take him for a swing in the meantime, so he will, it looks like, but Yeah, that was pretty impressive, as these swings are as well. Now he's going to swing both of them? No. So back in the ring. Now he's going to take him for a ride on the spin. Yeah. Crowd counting along. And now he's kind of, oh my God, jump rope until quick roll up. 1, 2, kick out. And then, yeah, nice DDT. Moxley's going to try to make a tag, but gets kicked down. Cover, 1, 2. All right. Tag made again. Yeah, just as I'm about to say, the show's gone by pretty quick. Believe me, it'll slow down here in a minute. It's been a pretty good show at this point, but we still got a ways to go. Interested to see what Jericho's going to have to say, and if something's going to happen there. They could finally have him and Garcia go at it, potentially. Break up on the pin. Moxley getting pushed in to the pile on purpose. Yeah. This is awesome chant. So back and forth with some forearms. Moxley just, well, he just got a super kick there, but all by himself, going to town on Top Flight. Cesaro's still legal, correct? He wanted the pop-up uppercut, but not going to get it. Another super kick from Top Flight. And now off the ropes. There's a suicide dive into his teammate. And then 1, 2, kick out. Moxley flips him off. There's the, no. Caught him and rolled him up. 1, 2, kick out. 1, 2, no, kick out again. In the meantime, the ref's trying to put on gloves because somebody's busted up. He has one glove on, trying to put his left on, but yeah, arguing with the ref. Holy shit chant for whatever reason. Nothing was, drastic there with, it was just a simple move. It wasn't like, he kicked out and got into it with the ref. I don't know why you need to be chanting holy shit about that, but all right, whatever. More elbows to the head. Here comes Moxley holding his left knee. Nice big clothesline. Now they're going to go for a double finish, probably. Double pin or double submission. Actually, no. Moxley's going to exit the ring. Yeah, Claudio Cesaro is still the legal competitor. More elbows, but what else is there to do? He's already swung him. He's already slammed him down. There's DDT ringside on the floor. And then Moxley says, fuck you, and flips off the camera again. Okay, here's the replay of the DDT ringside. Like, just end this match for God's sake. So just slap. There's a nice big uppercut. Mouthpiece out. Cover 1, 2, 3. That should do it. Yeah, okay. So, Moxley and Claudio, your winners as expected. Yeah, Top Flight sort of, gave up there, it felt like, at the end. I think the finish got fucked up one way or another. Like, Moxley did what he did late, never legal. Just something felt odd about that finish. I mean, they still win, as expected, but just match was going pretty good, and then just felt like something went off the tracks there for whatever reason. I mean, they went home. They got it done, and they pick up the win, so that's all that matters. Claudio stands tall with the Ring of Honor World Title. Moxley talks into the camera, flips it off again. As we go to commentary with Excalibur, Shivani, and Taz, they're still awaiting a medical update for Wordless. They're going to sell this all fucking show. And he's either still going to come out and fight, win the title back, or he's not, and they're going to have a mystery opponent. Let alone, if he does fight, win, I still think something big is going to happen on the show. So that could be the mystery opponent potentially. Could be somebody coming out at the end once they go through with the match if he's going to be good to go. But now Renee with an interview with Kip Sabian and his side chick and Penelope Ford with best friends with the Spooky Boy and very nice, very evil Danhausen. Kip going after the AEW All-Atlantic Championship, it looks like. So, of course, Boxhead, no more. And, yeah, they had a battle royal for money or something last week, I guess. But kept saying Orange Cassidy's limp. I'd be asking Penelope. But
You know what?
I look forward to seeing this.
Thank you. It's going to be
All right.
Oh, we're going to do it on Rampage.
We're going to do it on Rampage.
Official, it's all going down on Rampage.
All right. They're going to have an AEW All-Atlantic World Championship match on Rampage this week with Orange Cassidy and Kip Sabian. Here comes Hook. He's going to be in action in a squash with the FTW Championship on the line. 20-minute time limit. It's going to be only about 20-second match. He is Hook. Yeah, where the hell's Justin Roberts over there? Nothing against Dasha, but no. Maybe he traveled southwest to Denver and just, still stuck in line. Hook's going to be in action. Taz saying Hook's not in a good mood tonight. The former Bucknell lacrosse player. Taz throwing his wife under the bus on national fucking television. Yeah, there's already a jobber in the ring. And it's not Action Andretti, it's some Santos Escobar lookalike. Balaam Lynx. What a fucking name. So the bell rings, match underway. What the fuck's he got on his knees? Are those fucking flags of respective countries, or are those leftover holiday decorations he got on fucking clearance at his, local store the other day? Like, one looks like a U.S. flag, one looks like a Mexican flag. Balaam Lynx, not Bailey. Balaam Lynx, like a fucking cat. Must play in the WNBA with Brittany Griner. There's a vertical suplex. Just end it already. Like, they gotta put somebody good up against Hook to make him, at this point look relevant. Because when he fights, very rarely is it on Dynamite. It's always, there's a tap out, so Hook retains, wins. It's always on Rampage. It's always a squash as this was. And he's been FCW champion now for a long time. Not as long as Brian Cage was, and they didn't do anything with it then. And I get the FCW championship's not, in quotes, an AEW world title. All right, now somebody's coming out. And it's Little Bill Stokely. And so they're going to have either Big Bill, Big Cass, or what's his nuts probably challenge him later. Stokely's good on the mic. He is. You're like the Southwest Airlines. Says Little Bill to Hook. So they're gonna have Big Bill take on Hook for the fucking. No, I don't want this either. Here comes Jungle Boy. All right. But maybe a tag team match. Hook and Jungle Boy with Lee Moriarty and Big Bill with Little Bill in the corner. So in the ring now, you have Big Bill staring down Hook. There's about a good head difference. David versus Goliath. This is like Khali versus Mysterio from 20 years ago. And Big Bill gonna choke slam him? No. Hook's gonna pick up Big Cass, Big Bill. Come up with something better than Big Bill from Willie Morrissey. There's a 2x4 for Jungle Boy. Ho! Right to the back of Big Bill. Misses on the headshot as he ducks. Dips and dives out the ring. But Jungle Boy to the rescue of Hook. So we had Hookhausen. What's the tag team name for Hook and Jungle Boy going to be? Big Bill is the fucking worst possible wrestling name they could have came up with for him. Little Bill works for Stokely. Go back and watch the show. Enough said there. Now we're going to hear from the Ocho. Back to being the Wizard. Show a recap of winners coming when he lost. And I thought a couple weeks ago, hey, is this like his son? Or what? It sort of looks like him. They wanted Starks last week to join the JAS, but there's the purple hat. So yeah, Starks and action against 2.0. There's a fireball. Merry Christmas, kid. Shoot your eye out. Burn your eye out. Jericho and Starks tonight, next week. We're hearing from Jericho right now saying, hey, you had your chance. You turned us down, so now you're going to get it. The Jazz Holes for JS.
I call you small-minded, and I call you exactly what I knew you are, a flash in the pan. Because Ricky,
yeah,
you have the arrogance.
that's the thing. Starks, he's not that good. He's not. Jericho's right. But they're getting him over, you know. Like, you wouldn't be talking shit if you didn't appreciate him.
I'm one of the greatest to ever do this.
And Jericho's right. He is one of the greatest to ever do it.
I'm going to school you, Ricky Starks.
School him.
From the top of the mountain to the bottom of the ocean and back, and you won't know what hits you. I am
Being abducted by aliens.
Chris Jericho.
Jericho's
Win. And if you have any
Chris Jericho, and he always wins.
why don't you go check your little buddy Action Andretti, who got a fireball in his face. Action, don't come back to AEW. You did a great thing. You beat Chris Jericho. Enjoy that.
Well, he's signed to the company, so he's going to be around. Whether that's on Dark or Dark Elevation or
And Ricky Starks,
anywhere else, he's
to
going to
Seattle.
stay out of Jericho's face. So yeah, next week on Dynamite, it'll be Chris Jericho and Ricky Starks one-on-one.
The Starks experiment.
But still to come tonight, we got Samoa Joe and Wardlow for the TNT title. Next should be that trios match. Highlights back to the Elite being involved in a bunch of matches outside of the ring. It's all during COVID for the most part. But then even back in front of fans when they returned. Falls Count Anywhere. You know, match 6 of the best of 7 for the trios titles. Next with Death Triangle and the Elite on AEW Dynamite New Year's Smash. Death Triangle up 2-0, 2-1, 3-1, now 3-2. It'll go 7 in 2 weeks' time. Be shocked if, they end it tonight. Because they got a big show in 2 weeks. They just can't do it next week because Wrestle Kingdom and Omega's on the show, taking on Ospreay. And like I said, the Young Bucks are probably going to be on that show in some sort of capacity. I'd have to think too. But yeah, that match is next. So we're about, an hour in? Almost, give or take, yeah. So we'll have this, the women's tag. We just heard from Jericho. And then the main event. I don't think there's anything else, is there? Probably add in something else backstage. Maybe something quick. But that's seemingly it for tonight then. So we're in about an hour or so in. Got an hour or so to go. We'll see how the show ends. I still think something big's happening. Now, if it's just Wardlow winning back the TNT title, probably going to be a little lame. They sell the injury, don't know the status. Is he going to wrestle? If he does, on one leg, he'll probably win. You could have something big happen in the show. If you have him not fight, have missed your opponent, well, there's your surprise right there. We'll see what they do, but yeah, that's surprising the main event. Like I said, why else would you have that be the main event if you're not going to have something big happen? So, the trios match is up next, though, so sit back and watch that and see what the hell happens. So, leave it at that. Just once again, thanks for tuning in and watching. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. The thumbs up button. Share hashtag AEW, hashtag AEW Dynamite, hashtag New Year's Smash. Chat questions and comments, super chats, super stickers, super likes, super thanks. Always great appreciated as well. Don Callis going to be on commentary with Excalibur, Shivani, and Taz for this trios match next. We're going to go back to Final Battle for whatever reason. Okay. Yeah, last week, Rick Ross called Keith Lee a big motherfucker. Swerve now has a team. I don't know who the hell these guys are. One of them's Parker. But yeah, Swerve's distanced himself from Keith Lee now. They got matching sweatshirts. Parker, and we'll find out about this killer real soon. And then Wheeler Yuta steps up.
You know, when I saw what you did at Final Battle, I thought I couldn't think any less of this guy until last week. And it's not because of the violence, because the Blackpool Combat Club, we love some violence.
Renee, a lot of interviews tonight in her pinstripes.
Get your point across. Get to your point. What do you want?
A match.
You want to get dirty?
Violent, get dirty.
Friday on Rampage.
So they'll have a match. Swerve and Wheeler Yuta on Rampage this week. All right. Shivani, like, what the fuck? Now we got a brawl ensuing backstage. It's the start of this trios match as it falls kind of anywhere. So they ring the bell, and here we go. They're starting back in the locker room there in the hallway. Got Death Triangle with Pac and the Lucha Brothers. With the Elite with Omega and the Young Bucks. There's Brandon Cutler filming for BTE again, it looks like. But yeah, they start this back in the hallway. Now they're fighting around the arena. Zato Miedo, super kick. Yeah, you have the Bastard Pack. There's a garbage can going to get involved. Rick Knox, your official referee in this matchup. And that trash can has garbage in it. Nice. Oh, fuck, that had to hurt. Omega. Right to the forehead. And then, what's his name's carrying the titles around. The dude that would always do the AEW preview on their YouTube with Dasha. Who's Death Triangle's manager, that Alex, whatever his name is. A suplex onto a stack of 4 blue pallets that are heavy as hell. So they're, as this falls kind of anywhere, fighting backstage. Now they're by the table that's full of holiday food as Pat goes up top of these steps. And now backflip off. Nice moonsault, taking out the Young Bucks. Zato Miedo into the camera. Yeah, a couple platters of food for everyone. Young Bucks fighting back. There's some red Solo cups, so well, there's a backflip into the table. Food goes flying everywhere. I'll take some cheese and pepperoni. But yeah, Pac working with one half of the Bucks. That's Nick. As he says, Matt, hey, super kick. As I'm gonna wheel him. Yeah, Pac's on top of the one crate. There's a cover, 1, 2, and a super kick. All right. This falls kind of anywhere. They'll probably finish in the ring. But, yeah, Pac and Death Triangle. With the Lucha Brothers. Penta and Rey Fenix. Zato Miedo. But then here come the Bucks. Taking out the other table. It has a lot of bags of potato chips. Cover 1, 2, and a kick out. Kenny Omega hasn't been seen since he got hit in the head with that garbage can. So hopefully he'll be good to go next week at Wrestle Kingdom, along with, first off, this match tonight with what's left of it, and then, 2 weeks from now. I mean, hell, they all just came back from injury, let alone suspension, with what happened after All Out. As they're continuing to fight backstage. Yeah, where the hell's Omega at? Now they're right towards the steps there, back in Gorilla. So we'll see what side they go up. But they'll finish this out in the ring, yeah. Here come the Young Bucks carrying Death Triangle. But where in the hell is Kenny Omega? The Elite is Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. Death Triangle is Pac and the Lucha Brothers. There's Brandon Cutler. He might have to get involved here. Somebody else might have to film for BTE. Where are the stand-ins at? Yeah, Ray's up top on the top of the tunnel. Gonna take them all out here. Zato, Miedo, Zero Fear, a double super kick on Reverso. Ray Phoenix up top, still waiting to take out the Young Bucks. Which he'll spin and do just that. There's Omega coming out of the other tunnel. The cleaner himself with a big running knee. All right. Holding his left shoulder. And now we got another referee coming out. Kenny Omega with a powerbomb on Pac, no. Pac with a reversal and a kick. Suplex, no. The suplex being held in midair for the time being, and then it connects into a cover of 1, 2, and then a break up on the pin. Yeah, Alex and Cutler are just standing there doing nothing. I mean, at least Cutler's filming for BTE. That Alex dude, he's nothing. All he does is hold damn titles. Say a couple words here and there. This is awesome, chant. How's this going to end is the question. What's the finish going to be? There's a suplex. They roll it through. Now they're going to suplex the whole way down the ramp. Matt Jackson, one half the Young Bucks with Pac. But now he's going to double vertical. Well, shit. Nick flips over them, takes out Penta, Ray Phoenix, cover 1, 2, kick out by both him and Pac. So they're getting close to the ring, but in the meantime, they're going to take a split screen break. So we'll see what happens in the meantime and get back to the action momentarily. Gonna have an onside kick, decide the outcome of the Liberty Bowl. And we just got started with the Holiday Bowl. So bowl games continue. Be sure to check out my college football bowl game preview as well if you haven't done so already. And once again, thanks for tuning in and watching tonight. Be sure to tune back in this weekend for more live watch long reactions over on YouTube. And in the coming days and weeks and months to come. As well, all you have to do is hit the red subscribe button, notification bell next to it to stay up to date. Into the ring they go. Young Bucks in control of the Lucha Brothers. But now, reversal, Lucha Brothers flip the Young Bucks out of the ring. And like I said, we're going to have an onside kick to determine the outcome of this game. While they recover.
What will you change? Will you make something better?
It went 10 yards.
Something entirely new.
And they actually blocked him into it. So now they got half the field, no timeouts, minute 4, and down 8, needing a touchdown and 2 points to tie to force overtime. So this will be an interesting finish, to say the least. So we'll see if we'll be wooing Pig Suey or Rock Chalk Jayhawk here. There's a nice big first down. Kansas going to be in hog heaven if they can come back and win this game, let me tell you. First and 10. Pass. Caught, no, dropped, incomplete. Right in front of the mascot. So got couple more downs, plenty of time. Shorter field now, so probably good no call. Back to the action, though. The Elite and the Death Triangle and a Trios match here. The 6th of the best of 7. Elite has to win to tie it 3 apiece to force a 7th match in 2 weeks, which they will. But this is Falls Count Anywhere. They started the match backstage. Now here we go in the ring. Oh yeah, Battle of the Belts will also be next week too. Kenny Omega being stuffed in a garbage can. And then a triple super kick, triple drop kick in the middle of the ring. He's taking some shots with those garbage cans in this match. Kick out at 2. And it seems like, yeah, Rick Knox is always officiating these Elite matches. No gain on the play, 3rd and 10, and a whistle and a timeout. Actually, a flag. They say delay game. No false start, delay game. Still 5-yard penalty. So we put it down. Omega fighting back. There's a nice slap to the chest. Caught, touchdown. They need a 2 to tie it. They need a 2-point to tie it. How do you blow the lead they just blew? Especially in a bowl game. This the finish. 2-point attempt is good. We're tied at 38 in the Liberty Bowl. Wow. As the Elite are looking to tie this up. There's Omega with the garbage can right to the head of Pac. Pac now getting stuffed in the garbage can. And Omega off the ropes. Michael Nakazawa's ringside now as well. There's the V-trigger into the garbage can. It's the finish. Maybe a power bomb onto the garbage can here. There it is. 1, 2, kick out at 2.5. So now Omega up. This is awesome chant. Here comes Penta from behind, though, to drop him. But, you know, Pac with a... Well, Lucha Brothers now ringside. Zero Miedo to Omega on the floor. God. Cover. 1, 2, and then the Young Bucks break it up. So, back into the ring they go. See, the thing is with this, as Lucha Brothers, Nakazawa with a big shot, gets taken out. They're going to fight ringside again here. I mean, I think we've seen everything we possibly can now in this matchup. As falls can anywhere. Other than tables and ladders and, you know, all that shit getting used. They're going to power drive the Young Bucks on the ring apron now. Zato Miedo again. No, they reverse it. Back body drop. Here comes a super kick, maybe. Or no, they're going to take out the announce table. Or not the announce table, the... Alright, they power drive him on the floor. Cover 1, 2, and then Pac breaks it up. We got 2 referees now in this match. The table that's in the timekeeper's area in the corner. So now into the barricade they go. We've had a lot of, near pinfalls, near finishes. So back in the ring, Pac and one half of the Bucks. Kick into the corner. Now Pac can go up top and fly. But no, like I said, the problem with them scoring, going for 2 and getting it, Arkansas still has time and 3 timeouts. You get Phil range and win it. So we'll see how this finishes along with this matchup. BT Meltzer driver. Cover 1, 2, and then Pac breaks it up. Are they even going to have the women's tag match at this point? I mean, we still got to hear from the Acclaimed with their new music video as well. Going deep. Incomplete. No flag. He slipped and fell. So they'll have to heave it, or we're going to go to overtime. It would have been a field range that would have been caught, but nothing. Accidental super kick for the Young Bucks. Pac rolls them up. 1, 2, and then a kick out. All right. Crossface. They tap, they lose. But Omega's fighting Ray Phoenix. Gonna drive them. What do they have set up at the bottom of this? A table? Yeah, a couple tables. They're gonna have controversy. 1, 2, 3. Omega pins Ray Phoenix. He's shaking. And then Pac, no. We're tied at 3. Match 7 in 2 weeks. Young Bucks never tapped out in the ring. Pac furious. So, double finish. They didn't get the tap out before the pin 1, 2, 3 with the double finish in the 2 rests we had. So, just controversy is all it is. But now, next week at Wrestle Kingdom, Omega will take on Will Ospreay. And then in 2 weeks' time, match 7, we'll see what type of match they have then. I don't know how much bigger you can get from Falls Count Anywhere in the match you just had, other than just a basic trios match. But that'll be in 2 weeks. The Elite are winning these titles back. They were the first ever champs. Had them stripped. And then match 7 with Death Triangle and the Elite 2 weeks from now. Will be, don't even say a LeBron James-esque comeback. No. What kind of match is that? I don't speak, let alone read Spanish. But they're going to carry on with a win. And they returned, surprisingly lost, but then we get this best of 7 that's still ongoing. Yeah, it's only a matter of time. They're winning these titles back. And they make it a big deal, as I've said before. Hey, down what they were, 2-0, 2-1, 3-1, 3-2, now tied at 3. They'll win. So yeah, 2 weeks, not next week, because Omega's taking on Ospreay. But clock's expired, ran out, 000. Not 1 second for another play. They give them 2 seconds, though, it looks like, and they'll have one more chance to heave it. We still won't be going to overtime, though. It looks like a tie at 38. Now here's the acclaimed new music video talking about Double J and Jay Lethal. There's a lot of guitars. There's a lot of cosplaying, if you will, to say the least. God. But yo, listen. So that's what we're doing. We will go to overtime in the Liberty Bowl with Arkansas and Kansas tied at 38. So, oh God, they brought up Kurt Angle's wife. Of course, Jeff Jarrett and Karen. Yeah. So, Jesus Christ. Yeah, from Kansas to Arkansas. OT in the Liberty Bowl. So we'll see what happens. First bowl game this bowl season got OT, I might add. Oh shit, the only thing he strokes is his little ass dick. Scissor me, daddy ass. The acclaimed always gets the last word. That was pretty good. Anthony Bowens and Max Caster with Billy Gunn, daddy ass. The JAS coming out. Is this the women's tag match with Tay and Anna Jay? Yeah. Tay AS. Tay, Mello, and Anna Jay. Sammy and Jungle Boys, Blondes. Tay JS, yeah. As they flip off the crowd as well. She tells the crowd to kiss it again. As mentioned before, do a little bit more than that, but they're taking on who is the question? Because I don't remember, let alone care. But women's tag match next with Anna Jay and Tay. I'm sure Jeff Jarrett's, as the acclaim said, stroking his little dick to that. Okay, Willow Nightingale is one of her opponents. One of their opponents, I should say. One half of this tag team with her and Ruby Soho. So they'll win. They'll win. You play defense, you win the coin toss. In overtime, in college football. In the NFL, you want the ball. You want to score. But you play defense, so you know what you have to get. But we go to overtime with Arkansas and Kansas. Where's Toto at when you need him? We do have a wizard on Dynamite tonight, I might add as well. But who's going to get the W for Oz? Arkansas and Kansas tied at 38 in the Liberty Bowl, going to OT. Tied at 14 in the Holiday Bowl as well with Oregon and North Carolina. As Taz tries to sing along to Ruby's theme song. But this women's tag match next. So as they continue to promote where they're going to be at, this tag team match is underway. Yeah, Ruby and Willow should win. I'm not going to be surprised if, Anna Jay and Tay get a, heel win, though. But they'll be pissed off because they're going to lose. As Kansas is looking to score. Got a first and goal at the 8. Of course, you start at the 25-yard line in college football. Just whatever happens, make sure this game doesn't come down to 2-point tries in the third, overtime and beyond. In a bowl game, for God's sakes, like, stupidest rule that they changed. I guess, I can understand why they shortened it, because they want the game to get over with rather than, continue to play. Talk about safety this, safety that, my ass, but there's a toss and about a yard, so got a third and goal coming up from about the 6-yard line. They score. Arkansas gets the ball. Would have to score to continue the game. Kick field goal. Field goal ties. Continue to play. Touchdown, however, would win it. Kansas in their first bowl game in a decade and a half, and Arkansas coming off an Outback Bowl win last year against Penn State. So third and goal. Jayhawks from the 6. They're good at basketball. They were good at football earlier this year. They're 6-0 and then fell to 6-6. Arkansas is also 6-6, and we're tied at 38 in overtime. They stuff them, so they'll have to kick it. Now. Yeah, next is going to be the main event. TNT title match with Samoa Joe and Wardlow. We'll see what happens there. They're going to go for it. Pass, caught. Touchdown, they say. Couldn't see it at first because there was fans in the way, but Kansas scores, extra point, we'll see. Arkansas will have a chance. They'll need a touchdown to win it. Or a touchdown, to tie or continue the game before second overtime. And then they'll get the ball first. But if they get nothing, the game's over. And then Kansas would win it. So this women's tag match continuing in split screen commercial. Going a good, however long it's been since it started, too long. But extra point up and good. 45-38 Kansas. Arkansas needs a touchdown, a tie to force double overtime. Then they'd get the ball. They're only going to cut it. But if they don't get anything, Kansas wins. And here's a higher shot of the play. And it wasn't a legal forward pass either. And then he was clearly wide open and in the end zone and caught it and touchdown. So, yeah, Arkansas just how you blow this big of a lead, especially in a bowl game. They're up 31-7 and 31-13 at halftime. And they go to overtime tied at 38. So it's been a tale of two halves. Kansas came back in the third and fourth quarter, playing a full 60. Scored first, now got to get a stop to win. Arkansas scores to tie at 45. We go to double overtime. Third overtime is when it starts with the 2-point tries now. They're on a bubble screen far side. Get a first down. Inside the 10, he goes down at the 6. So both teams, one play, first and goal to go inside the 10, and then a touchdown. So we'll see if our Kansas scores to tie it up. Both teams didn't really have to travel that far to Memphis, Tennessee in the Liberty Bowl that used to be played in Philly back in the day. Hence the name, the Liberty Bowl, for the Liberty Bell. But there's timeout. But yeah,
I don't have to prick my fingers anymore. This little wearable, sends my glucose number straight to my phone.
Missouri was supposed to be the rep out of the SEC in this game. They still lost their bowl game last week. But they said no, they don't want to play Kansas. Yet they beat them in basketball back in the day, a time or two. Got blown out by them a couple weeks ago. Do have them scheduled in the near future for football, as of course they're old Big 12 rivals. But that's a false start. They let it play, handoff, and a touchdown. So we're an extra point away from going to double overtime. Arkansas, if the extra point's up and good, would then get the ball to begin double overtime since they started on defense to begin overtime. Just how it goes back and forth. But no. Missouri, who also lost Arkansas in their regular season finale, and that rivalry game, take their spot, and now we're going to be going to double overtime in the Liberty Bowl tied at 45 with Arkansas and Kansas. Arkansas ball, 25-yard line. They'll switch end zones, go the other end. So, good game. But back to AEW here. This women's tag match continues out of the split screen commercial. Ruby and Willow should win over Anna and Ted, I have to think. But the main event still to come with Samoa Joe and Wardlow. And you'd have to think something big is going to happen one way or another. So we'll see. But yeah, showing off how we go out to double overtime now. Yeah, they recovered an onside kick, which very rarely happens anymore. Then they scored. Got the 2. Scored to begin overtime, give them a touchdown. Now they got to play defense here in double overtime first. But there was movement on that play before the rushing touchdown. They let it play through. No false start. But a touchdown tie at 45 in double overtime now. So most points scored tonight. Liberty Bowl record at 90. So we'll see what happens here, but get this fucking match over with. Jesus Christ. Cover, 1, 2, and slow ass kick out. Who cares about this match? Let's watch this game. 45-45, beginning double overtime. So we're getting some extra bowl coverage here on the channel. So thanks for tuning in and watching. Be sure to tune back in on Monday for the Rose Bowl, along with this weekend as well for the College Football Playoff. But in the meantime, 1st and 10, Hogs from the 25. Pump fake. Going deep. Nope. Dumps it off far side. It's caught. And they get 4.5, maybe 5 yards to the 20. Still continue to promote Samoa Joe Wardlow up next to the TNT title. Is Wardlow going to be good to go? If so, okay. He'll probably win it back. I'd have to think something big to happen then at the end of the show. Or if he can't fight, mystery opponent, who's it going to be? There's your surprise, I think. Still going to have something big happen then afterwards still, but I think that's how they go. We'll see. It's just a rematch from Full Gear and the main event of the New Year's match tonight for the TNT title is all it is. Quarterback draw, KJ, touchdown. So, extra point. We'll see if it's going to be up and good. Kansas going to need a touchdown. An extra point also up and good to tie it at 52 to force triple overtime. And then we go back and forth with 2-point tries, which is just stupid nowadays. But they do, no extra point. You got to go for 2 now in double overtime rather than triple overtime, because triple overtime and on. Just go back to Penn State, Illinois last year, 9 overtimes, largest college football game in history. And a very low scoring 9 overtime game, I might add. But 2-point try here for the Hogs. It's no good. Well, it's 51 to 54-45. If it's good, it's 53-45. Kansas still needs to score, get the 2 to win. Let alone tied. It all depends on what happens here. But then triple overtime is when they trade back and forth now with the 2-point tries. Jesus Christ. Kick out. Match continues. End it already. Nobody cares. From the 3, here's the 2-point try for Arkansas. They'll run it. Okay, he throws, it's caught. 53-45 now. Kansas needs a touchdown on 2-point to tie to force triple overtime. What a game. But they blew a big lead. But they might hold on. That's all that matters. Win at the end of the day. Just find a way to win. Got a couple chairs. Tay with a chair shot. All right. Aubrey, your official referee. Like, what the hell happened? And a fucking botch on the finish with the knee. Cover the 1, 2, 3. And Anna J and Tay defeat Ruby and Willow. So they do get the heel win. Tie JAS. As they assume the position. But Kansas rolls out. They need a touchdown and 2 points to tie it. What was the point of this? Other than to get them on the card. What was the fucking point of this match? And they used steel chairs as weapons, and the ref didn't see it to win. As they flip off the crowd. So from Christmas to Denver and Lloyd Christmas on AEW, the Gun Club, the Ass Boys, is going to take a big dump backstage. Somebody's going to be at the door when they walk out. As they're getting interviewed walking out.
Yes, we are. And we will address that next. Thanks for your time, though.
Have fun.
All right. Jamie Hayter's going to be on Rampage for what it's worth. Got the All-In Championship matchup. All right, Orange Cassidy and Trent. Not Orange Cassidy and Kip. Got Jade Cargill and Kiera Hogan for the TBS Women's title as well. Swerve and Wheeler Yuta. One-on-one on Rampage 2. Also, Moxley gonna have something to say. And next week on Dynamite with the new graphics, it'll be Chris Jericho and Ricky Starks. What else? Okay, Renee's going to interview Ricky. Renee's had a ton of interviews tonight, I might add. So, winner is coming, no doubt about it. The best of the 3 shows here past 3 weeks from Winter's Coming, Holiday Bash, and New Year's Smash tonight. But they still got 2 more weeks of, hopefully good TV. So, from a fireball to Kansas needed a touchdown and 2 points to tie to force triple overtime. Had a penalty just a time ago. Pass caught, and the fans would move their fucking heads. Just the camera angle with how the stadium's set up. See what the hell's going on. Kansas got a 1st and goal now at the 2-yard line, it looks like. A couple of missed tackles. But they still need to score and get a 2 to tie. And then it's triple overtime with 2-point tries.
The legend himself. Well, legend to legend, let me tell you this. I have a
Starks cutting a promo in this interview.
because I am absolute Ricky Starks.
Starks is absolute, he says. Kansas, they score. Now they need a 2 to tie. Here's your ball game. If they tie at 53, we go to triple overtime. It's 2-point attempts. They don't get it, Arkansas wins. More matches to be announced on Rampage for AEW Dynamite next week. Next, however, it'll be the TNT title main event with Samoa Joe and Wardlow. We'll see if Wardlow even fights. And if he does, I still expect something big to happen at the end of the show. Whether that's him winning, which would be a letdown, but then somebody, returning or debuting, okay. Or, if he doesn't fight, well, mystery opponent potentially. Arkansas will stop Kansas at the 1-yard line and they'll win the Liberty Bowl. There's a flag on the play, though. There's a flag on the play. So they'll have to clear the field for whoever ran out, which just a couple players and coaches. Kansas just scored. They're going for 2 to tie it at 53 to 4 triple overtime. Didn't get it. Stuffed at the 1, but there's a flag on the play. If it's against Kansas, it ain't going to fucking matter. They'll decline it. It'll be no good. Arkansas wins. Now, if it's against the Hog defense, it's a different story. What's the call is? Got a personal foul on the defense targeting. In the fucking last second of the game like that, you're going to throw a flag like that? Are you kidding me? Now, let's see if it was a good call. Okay, well, yeah, I can understand that. Okay. The ball was jarred out, fumbled, Arkansas recovered, but now they'll say half the distance on a 15-yard penalty on a 2-point try. So rather from the 2, they'll put it at the 1, and they'll get another try to tie it at 53 to go to triple overtime. That is a penalty for targeting. That is helmet with helmet. On 24, right? Yeah. That's Chris Paul Jr. I don't know any relation, but that's targeting. Right to the back of the head, side of the head. Oh, that's a big hit, yeah. He caught his bell around for sure on that. Boom. They're, of course, looking at it for targeting. He's going to get thrown out. If he's coming back next year, hopefully, with the rolling, as it will be targeting, he's going to have to sit out the first half of the first game next year because of this in the bowl game. Now, if he's going to the NFL, it ain't going to fucking matter. Or transferring. It will still matter at his new school, but they throw a flag like that when the game's on the line. Thing is with penalties, it's a penalty called. If it's not, don't. And that's an obvious penalty. I mean, if they overturn it, no penalty. Yeah, that's a targeting. That's how I'm calling it. As much as I hate it, it's a penalty. And I'm not rooting for anybody in particular in this match. In the Liberty Bowl with Arkansas and Kansas by any means, but just, you hate to see it like that. They could still get the personal foul, just no targeting. Still probably get another chance, but if not, they take the whole penalty off the board. Game's over. So this is a big call. And now here comes Samoa Joe, the Samoan submission machine, as the TNT and Ring of Honor World TV Champion. He's the king of television, Samoa Joe. And he's going to take on Wardlow in the main event here tonight. But there's a targeting rolling on the field. When the game's on the line, a 2-point try to force triple overtime. Any more updates on Wardlow? Probably not. So if he does come out hopping on one leg, he'll win the title. If he doesn't come out, it's going to be a mystery opponent. We'll see what happens. Here's the call. After review, it's confirmed it was targeting. So he's going to be thrown out. Here's Wardlow's music, as this is war with Arkansas and Kansas. With, Kansas and Kansas. They just put an AR in front of their new state. If he comes out, is he going to fight him, or is it going to be somebody else? But they're gonna retry the 2-point to get to 53 to force triple overtime. Wardlow ain't coming out. And Samoa Joe hurt him earlier. Ladies and gentlemen, Samoa Joe's on the mic. Sorry, he's not coming out. No match. Somebody else is coming out, though. Joe's the true king of TV. Fortunately tonight, yeah, stage fright. Not gonna fight me. Samoa Joe tried to find himself an opponent. Who's it gonna be? Taking enough L's in this town as it is anyway this year. Of course, they're in Denver, and the Broncos fucking suck. Here comes Wardlow. He's fighting off the refs and some security. Samoa Joe, hey, you really want to go? Let's do this. All right, so we will have the match. Wardlow's probably going to win back the TNT title now. They ring the bell, and away we go. So Samoa Joe, Wardlow for the TNT title in the main event of Dynamite on New Year's Smash. But a 2-point try for Kansas in the meantime to tie it at 53 to force triple overtime. Ball on the right hash. Right to left across the television screen, ready on a dial. They get stopped again, bearing any penalty. Game's over. Got a timeout, of course, so Arkansas calls a timeout. Their one and only timeout they get in overtime. Making sure they're set. Joe's going to kill you, chant for Samoa Joe against Wardlow. And maybe Nathaniel Hackett was going to be his opponent. And he just got fired the other day looking for work. Maybe hell, even Russ. So Wardlow beating up Samoa Joe here early, though. But, yeah, Wardlow's probably going to win back the title now. Beat him on one leg, basically. Then it's going to be somebody coming out, I think, at the end of the show. Unless they just sign off, and that's that. Which would be just pretty lame, other than they give him the title back. You know, you pump it up to be this, and then, you know, no finish. Blue ball as fans, but Kansas going for 2 to tie it at 53 to force triple overtime. Pass, caught, and they get it. So we are going to triple overtime in the Liberty Bowl, tied at 53. And they've come back from down 31-7 and 31-13 at halftime. And just tied it at 53 to go to triple overtime. They'll maintain possession. They'll go for 2 first. So it's just 2-point tries from here on out. Which is stupid, but it's the new rule as it went into effect last year. And the Penn State-Illinois game was the first and longest of the new overtime rolls. Went to 9 overtimes. I remember that game quite well. Be sure to go check out that live stream as well. But yeah, what a second half this has been. We've been watching it. Of course, college football bowl season. Watch college football all day, as do all weekend, all year long as it is. But no, of course, you know, from Christmas, New Year's, and beyond, you don't know what day of the week it is. But you get college football on. And now the first overtime bowl game this season goes to triple overtime, and they'll, you know, play on from here on out for 2-point tries. Somebody's going to win this game. We'll see how long it goes, but we're in triple overtime. But yeah, we've had it on since the start, about 5:30 Eastern time, and it was early second half whenever started the stream tonight, and to almost 10 now. They're going to triple overtime. Of course, earlier had the Military Bowl. Now the Liberty Bowl. Got the Holiday Bowl on right now as well, too. So Triple overtime, though. 53 all with Arkansas and Kansas. And it's just 2-point tries from here on out. So 53, 53, 55, 53, 55, 55, 57, 55, 57, 57 for all we know. Just, I mean, first to 55, first to 60 is going to win this game. So pick the nose for good luck. Actually, no. To begin the third overtime for 2-point tries, Arkansas is getting the ball. So here's a 2-point try. If they convert, okay, they lead 55-53. If they don't, next score wins the game for Kansas. If they get the 2-point. If they don't, we go to 4 overtime, still tied at 53. Got a timeout, though. And in the meantime, this team title match on Dynamite continues in a split-screen commercial. So I'll get back to the action momentarily. As we got about 10 minutes or so left. This will be the final commercial break. And we'll see if they announce any new dates. As they're right on that 3-month gap that it's turned into rather than 2 months. They're announcing, sooner now, ahead of time, for tickets then to go on sale. But 5 count for Wardlow to get back into the ring. They get a 6 count for Wardlow. 7 now. TJ's huddle match continues, but Arkansas 2-point attempt to begin the third overtime. They'll motion out of the formation they were just in. A fade, it's caught. So Arkansas now leads at 55-53. Kansas has to convert to keep this game going. If not, Hogs win. As they promote the Ring of Honor Club, their subscription service to watch the product. That was a good play call. That was. They just got caught looking. I don't think the audible threw him off, but now here's Arkansas's attempt to stop Kansas again on defense. Kansas going to go for 2 to tie it. They run an end-around reverse. He's looking to throw. Back of the end zone, no good. Arkansas wins the Liberty Bowl, 55-53 in triple overtime. Wasn't a bad play call, it just wasn't executed. So the Hogs win. Back-to-back bowl wins for them. So good for them. And Kansas comes up just short in their first bowl game since 2008. Man, Arkansas lucks out. They do, because they blew a big lead. But they find a way to win it in triple overtime. 55-53 over Kansas. 55-53, your final score in triple overtime in the Liberty Bowl. So, woo pig suey. Year ago in their bowl win, I wasn't saying that. I was still saying we are Penn State, but no, they're a team that they're gritty. They're going to turn that damn jukebox up tonight, I can guarantee you that. As Sam Pittman gets interviewed, but he'd be putting on a show in the squared circle with these two and Samoa Joe and Wardlow, I'd have to bet, with as big of a guy he is. But they're that just team that from where they were to, where they've gotten back to. Yeah, they deserve it more than. Well, I mean, Kansas for a bowl win would have been big too, but not necessarily more than anybody. But just it's overall good for the school. And I mean, in the SEC, they say it means more down south. So big city. But no, I rooted for him when was that pins kicked out of going back through time for myself, same as I am, and this being the 20th year I've been watching football from 2002 to 2022. They go from Houston Nutt to Bobby Petrino. Of course, he had what happened to him. Bielema comes in, has some success. They ran him out of town. Seemingly, he's having the Big Ten success he had at Wisconsin, now at Illinois. But then they had their troubles, and now they're back on track. And they're just a team you don't want to play. They're not. I don't think either team really deserved to win, honestly. But, the Hogs found a way to win, so congrats. Be sure to check out my bowl preview as well, as the bowl season will continue, and I'll have more live watch-along reactions over YouTube then. So I'll leave it at that. But Samoa Joe and Wardlow, one-on-one for the TNT title in the main event of Dynamite. This is New Year's Smash. There's a big kick. And now chopping in the corner. Got about 5-6 minutes left. We'll see what happens here. Wardlow's probably going to win back the TNT title. And then somebody might come out. Somebody might not. Probably be a little disappointing if nobody does. Wardlow going to powerbomb Samoa Joe. Yes. Holy shit. But no, they're not promoting anything coming up other than what they've already promoted. Nothing new from what it looks like, unless I completely missed it from watching that game. But and what a game it was! What a finish. Another power bomb? No. Wardlow, his knee in quotes gives out, selling the injury, if you will. Joe with a chop block from behind. So. I mean, he's supposed to be selling the left leg. He's selling the right knee, though, at times. He's selling both of them. There's a Coquita clutch. He submits. Joe retains. He's out. Samoa Joe retains the TNT title. We still got 5 minutes. 4 minutes at that. Something's happening. What? We're about to find out. Samoa Joe retains the TNT title and defeats Wardlow tonight. Wardlow is going to be going after MJF in due time, but MJF's tied up with Bryan and Ethan Page in the firm and Little Bill, and Joe retains. So they need to end this. He's beat him twice now for the TNT title. Joe, your television champion, the king of TV, as he calls himself now, going to get on the mic and cut a promo. Wardlow comes too, but the match is over. They need to merge these damn TV titles, though. They do. What's happening? Somebody's coming out. There's a cameraman ready to pan to the entrance. It's all about the boom. Samoa Joe and Wardlow now gonna stare each other down, it looks like. Samoa Joe waiting for him to turn around. He's got both titles in hand. Is he gonna actually just give him the title? No, he's gonna beat him up with the title. He's gonna attack him. Somebody's coming out, and it's probably to help Wardlow. So who could that be? Actually, Joe gonna now get under the ring, and is there a TV under there to beat him up with? He is the king of television, or is he gonna get a? There's a toolbox. No steel chair, no table, no ladder. We got a toolbox. There's some duct tape, some screwdrivers. There's a hammer, but he throws that down. He obviously couldn't find what he's looking for. Oh shit! He's gonna cut his ponytail off. Samoa Joe with a pair of scissors. Joe gonna cut the ponytail off of Wardlow. He's gonna cut his hair. So Wardlow's gonna have a new look. Somebody's coming out. No? Joe just headbutted the ref. And Samoa Joe about ready to cut Wardlow's ponytail. And he is cutting his hair. Samoa Joe has scalped Wardlow. Literally just chopped his hair off. And the crowd's like, what the fuck just happened? Samoa Joe, your go-to hairdresser. As he holds up the TNT title. And here comes Darby Allin. Okay. So Darby's going to challenge Joe for the team's title. But he holds up the team's title and Wardlow's ponytail that he just cut off. Oh, here comes Darby from behind with a skateboard right to the back of Samoa Joe. Actually, Darby's there to help Wardlow for what it's worth. I mean, I already cut his fucking ponytail off. But Darby's going to go after Joe now for the TNT title. It looks like. Yeah, he's going to grab the TNT title and hold it up. Hey, I want this again. So, that's how the show's going to end. They'll promote Rampage. Of course, got a couple good Dynamites hopefully coming up the next couple weeks. But this will be the last AEW live show this year in 2022 with New Year's Smash. And just as always, I want to say thank you for tuning in and watching, whether it be tonight or all year long. It's been a good year in pro wrestling, to say the least. Which we'll have a recap video of that in the future at some point in time. But, I mean, not a dull show or a dull ending. Just wasn't as good as Winter's Coming a couple weeks. I get every show is going to be different. They're continuing storylines. You know, they're getting to next week and 2 weeks from now. Tonight could have been better, as, you know, any show, you know, could be better at that. But wasn't a L like Kansas got against Arkansas and Liberty Bowl by any means, but just show overall around could have been 10 times better than what it was. Had some things that went too long, it felt like, or why the hell we even have this. But leave it at that. We'll see where they go, you know, storyline wise, you know, looking ahead, you know, next week, a new Dynamite in a new year. Got the big LA show in 2 weeks' time. Wrestle Kingdom's a week from now. That's why they're not having match 7 of the trios until 2 weeks from now, because Omega's taking on Ospreay next week at that show. They'll have another, you know, TV special or two before Revolution, but the big thing out of tonight, honestly, was at the start of the show, Bryan beat Ethan Page. It'll be MJF and Bryan Danielson for the world title at some point in time. Wouldn't be surprised if it's next week, let alone in 2 weeks' time. Unless they're going to hold off until Revolution, which that'd be pushing it, but they could probably get it done. But that's the thing, you know, okay, Little Bill in the Firm used to be alongside MJF. You have him going after the title, but he just lost to Bryan. Bryan's in that position because of sticking up for William Regal after Regal helped MJF win the world title, but MJF turned on him, you know, of course, no longer with the company. But, so that's the title match, but overall, long-term, Wardlow loses then at the end of the show, gets his ponytail cut off by Samoa Joe. It's going to be MJF and Wardlow for the world title earliest Revolution, the latest Double or Nothing, I'd have to think. They'll have MJF and Bryan Danielson right now coming up, but I think that overall was the big thing coming out of tonight, along with, of course, the Elite winning, forcing match 7 in 2 weeks' time, and they'll win the Trios titles then. They were the first Trios champs. Fortunately, they were stripped of them. Death Triangle's been the champ since, holding down the fort. Elite returns. Surprisingly lose, but then they get the best of 7 and, okay, make a big deal out of it, down 2-0, 2-1, 3-1, 3-2, now tied at 3-3. They'll win in 2 weeks' time. Now, who's going to win next week between Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay? I don't know. Probably Ospreay, because Omega's going to be in AEW and not going to be going back to New Japan anytime soon. Now, if Ospreay comes back to AEW with United Empire, like they, ran from Forbidden Door till the end of the summer until All Out this past year. Now, that's a different story. I mean, they could figure it out one way or another, but I mean, yeah, it was a good show. Could have been better. We'll see how next week is and, the following week. But, of course, just be sure to subscribe, stay up to date, and I'll see everybody when I see you. Live here on YouTube for more live watch-along reactions. Live here on YouTube, whether that be college football, the NFL, professional wrestling, be sure to subscribe. So, in the meantime, that'll do it. I'll see everybody before New Year's, but hopefully everyone had a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. We'll have Happy New Year as well, and hopefully tune back in. But in the meantime, that'll do it for myself, your host, Encyclopedia Sports, Cohen and Luke 96, live here on YouTube tonight. So once again, thanks for tuning in and watching. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below.